Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's Dad with Dad Does Real Estate. I'm giving you a part 2 of my week 4 rehab. We got a whole lot going on today. We got a crew out doing some touch up, like I said, on the floor. They're gonna come out tomorrow and reinforce some sagging foundation. So that was all part of the quote. It's just kind of something that they overlooked from one person to another. Obviously, I didn't overlook it. I'm not going to overlook anything. At this point, I've already had a few miscues here and there. Not necessarily to my failure, just, part of the job. But, so I got drywall starting. They're about to start demolition. The drywall guy's also going to do the deck. He gave me a pretty good price overall. I'm not gonna say he tried to confuse me with the drywall quote, but he tried to confuse me with the drywall quote. But some people's gonna try to squeeze every penny out of you, so I just take it, for what it is. When some people are doing that, it's gonna weigh heavily on me as far as like if I use you again. Like there's gonna be, when you work with contractors that don't speak great English, there's going to be some misinterpretations, whether it's on my part or their part. Either way, just make sure that you understand what you're saying to them, and vice versa. And definitely getting a written quote is going to be important. And using them for the first time, you kind of got to micromanage them, because you don't want because they can always come back and say, well, that's not what we discussed. Also using references. So I've got some references, and I've had this guy do some smaller, different kind of jobs for me. This is my first time having to do drywall. So we'll see how it goes. Hopefully everything goes pretty smooth. At this point, after a few things, I understand not everything goes smooth, so I'm prepared for that. So we're getting that started. It's a nice 38-degree day here in Indianapolis. It's raining, but it's not snowing, so that's a positive. Also, now that I'm getting the drywall done, I'll be on the finishing stages of painting. So then painting, after the painting's done, we're flooring, and I'm seeing in about 2 weeks that we can probably start showing the property to be rented out. And then when we get there, then I'm going to start going over the numbers, as far as how I ran these numbers, and what my mortgage is going to be on the property after I pay my hard money lender off. Then I'm going to go into a more conventional loan, long-term loan, and kind of break down the numbers to you, like how that works. So pretty excited about that. Even my conservative numbers that I put on there still makes the property cash flow really well. So one step at a time, I'm going to break down everything. But what I do think I'm going to do today, I've already been at my job. It's 10 o'clock here in Indianapolis, and I've been up since 4 o'clock yesterday between my W-2 job and this. So I'm gonna I think I might even make an offer today, or at least the beginning stages of making an offer. The woman I bought the house from, that we're working on now, her daughter owns the house next door. They're not living there, and they're giving me the, oh, we got so much going on, we're not really ready to sell the house, we don't know, kind of pitch. So I'm going to touch base with them and kind of see, ask them what's really stopping you from selling it. I can make you an offer, and then kind of just play that and see what they say. They're definitely more stuck on we'll wait for the market to go up kind of thing, whatever. But your house is going to need a lot of work. So you're not selling to a FHA on market person. You're going to be selling to an investor And we're not gonna, investors obviously not gonna pay as much as if you put it on the market brand new, because that's what we're gonna do. So I'll touch base with them. Hopefully they're willing to take an offer. I kind of already know what I want to offer them. I'm going to shore up my ARV a little bit just to make sure that I'm not off, but it's pretty easy to figure out when you bought the house next door. Even though the house next door is not really a good comp, it kind of gives you the pulse of what's going on in the neighborhood, and there's a lot of activity in this neighborhood, so it'd be pretty easy to get a pretty solid ARV. So with all that, I got to do a Lowe's run, and like I said, in the future I won't be doing these Lowe's runs and stuff like that, but with my first job I have to really vet all these contractors, so I'm kind of micromanaging them to the point where I know I can trust them. So today would be a really big day. I actually got to call an electrician too. They're not being the best of communicators, so yeah, there's always that. But then I have to call utilities, because this is not a duplex and it was not sub-metered. So now that we're putting the sub-meters in, I'll have to call and notify the local utility company. So I'm sure that's going to be a cost, and I prepared for that cost, but I'm not exactly sure what it's going to be. So once we get them numbers ironed out, and if anybody's interested, I can do a video on what it takes to do the sub-metering. I'll get as much information I can gather on that. Hopefully it's a pretty simple process, but we'll see where that goes. So I know I'm saying a lot, but it's a long day, but it's a rewarding day. I get to go do a job that I like for the most part, and then go do real estate, which I really like. Plan on turning it into my full-time thing, so I can't let anything stop me from doing what I'm doing. And then I was challenged yesterday. I said I was going to do, I said I was going to do 6 properties this year, and my mentor was like, well, I want 10. So 10 it is, maybe even 12. I don't want to be too ambitious, but you got to set goals high and go for it. So I really got to a point where I'm confident in making these decisions. I'm confident that I can get the financing, confident I can find the deals. So with all that being said, it's just time to take more action. Take a little bit each day, and then I can make 2024 the biggest year financially of my life, and I want to bring as many people along with me as I can. So I've been using some people, like I have my son and my nephew helping with the paint the other day, just kind of see if they're interested in, because I would have liked it when I was younger if somebody introduced me to real estate and the potentials that it could do. So with all that, that's the part 2 of the week 4. So we're going to demo out that drywall today, and then within the next couple of days have the drywall up, have it all painted. So we'll have all the paint. So a lot of stuff's gonna get done this week. So stick with me, follow the channel, like, ask questions, share with your friends. I'm trying to grow this channel. Hopefully that everybody's enjoying my journey as much as I am. All right, you guys.